It's 7 o'clock. I'd like to call the September 23rd, 2019 Board of Selectmen meeting to order. If you'd all rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, Kathy Hendrick.
Madeline Sidlow. Virginia Sandiatra.
Becky Hewitt.
At this time, I'd like a motion to add an item number 4 to consider and act on accepting the bid for the handicap doors.
I'll make that motion. I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried to add an item number 4 to consider and act on accepting the bid for the handicap doors. C is to approve the minutes from the September 9th, 2019 meeting.
Make a motion to accept the minutes from the September 19th meeting.
I'll second that.
And I'll abstain because I wasn't at the meeting and haven't listened to the tape.
So all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried to approve the meeting minutes from September 9th, 2019. Item D is new business, and that is to consider and act on tax refunds from the tax collector totaling $18.45 as follows for Jeffrey and Tracy Desjardins.
I'll make a motion to act on the tax refund in the amount of $18.45 to Jeffrey and Tracy Desjardins. I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried to act on the tax refunds from the tax collector totaling $18.45 from Jeffrey and Tracy Desjardins. So item number 2 is to consider and act on extending the performance on the forefront contract to summer of 2020. So tonight I do have Paul Machard here and Christy Haskell. Just a little refresher. We had met, the Board of Ed had a Board of Ed meeting, and they had approved to move forward. They had met with Ed Schweitzer from Forefront, and they had approved to move forward with the contract, the work for the summer of 2020. So I'm confident that in speaking with Forefront and meeting with the Board of Ed, that it is a positive move. It's the best thing to do for the students. It will not change any of, excuse me, the warranty on the panels or any of that. But again, I do have Christy here tonight and I have Paul, so if either one of you would like to speak on behalf of the project, you're more than welcome to.
Sure, thank you. Well, this past summer, we did install, as we had discussed at the Board of Education meeting, Earthlight Power had installed solar at Noosup Elementary and Shepherd Hill Elementary. Those projects went fine. However, there were some delays to the projects at the high school and the PCS-PMS site. And after meeting with them, it was determined that it was in the best interest of the students that no work be done while the students are in school during the school year. So we are asking that that contract be moved or extended out so that it limits the disruption to students. It's been a Board of Education goal to look at alternative energy. We're still very appreciative of the fact that we have this contract. We're hopeful that everything will turn out great. We expect we've been in communication with the company and there seems to be no issues as long as the work gets done next summer. They're going to take the existing panels that are at the high school and store them and PCS-PMS and move them to an off-site. So that's what we're looking at for the next steps.
Yeah, and I would just emphasize, none of the terms in the contract changed, same price. The this cost savings are gonna be there. It's just that for safety reasons, they're deferring installation until next summer. And what happened was there were some interconnection glitches which delayed the project. But again, none of the price doesn't change, nothing changes. It's just moved out one summer.
So I would like to tonight, I know that we have open forum usually at the end, but because Paul Machad is here and he travels, I would like to be able to have open forum now just regarding the solar. So if anybody has any questions, so if we could just make a motion to be able to have open forum for the solar now so that Mr. Machad can not have to be here for the whole meeting, so.
I'll make a motion to open forum so people can question Mr. Machad while he's here on the forefront contract. No second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried to have open forum now for the forefront. Any questions on the forefront contract? So if there's any questions in the audience, if anybody has anything, just state your name and your address, and it's specific to the forefront and the solar.
Travis Moran, Noosup, Connecticut. My question is not so much of the contract, but I understand that there is a delay. That being said, is there a good faith effort to show to the school, to even the children, how solar works? I understand that we're not trying to interfere, but use it as a learning or a springboard opportunity to show children how technology works while providing the school with some basic, the children, how things work. If they're going to grow up and be citizens and use this technology in the future, hey, it's on the solar now, we're going to finish it next summer. Is there somebody who can come in, like say once a half year or a quarter, and say, hey, this is how things are working, this is how good, a solar day or something along those lines, just to help us as a citizen, make us feel better on the delay, even though it kind of stinks.
So one of the things that was initially discussed at when they made the presentations to the Board of Ed is that they do have an entire curriculum that goes along with this. So you can see what the panels are generating, how that energy is used, and they are discussing that as part of the curriculum within the schools.
Are there any other questions or comments regarding the solar while Mr. Machad is present?
I have a question, about the educational portion of it. Is that going to be for all the grades, middle school, high school? How does that work?
It's a different curriculum for depending on the grades.
Okay.
I want to say that there is an elementary component, even that you'll see at Shepherd Hill. When it's pre-K and kindergarten, they're really just learning about weather.
Right.
But you're going to see something embedded at every level.
Awesome.
I have a question.
Yes.
Travis Malone in Noosup, Connecticut. Where are the panels going to be stored, and what safeguards will be in place to ensure that they're not destroyed during the winter?
Yeah, so the companies agreed to move them off town and Board of Ed property.
Okay.
I'm not sure where they're gonna store them. It's their liability. But they are gonna move them off-site. Don't know where, and again, from a liability perspective, it's their issue.
Okay.
Any other questions or? No?
If anyone does have any questions, or feel free to also email. My email is on the Board of Education's website. I am also going to leave because it's my only night to put my children to bed due to other Board of Ed meetings for the rest of the week.
Well, thank you. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
So item number 3 is to set a public hearing date to amend the ordinances number 76, 103, 111, 112, and to establish a new ordinance 125. So at this time, we would need a motion to set a date. And according to, there's policies that you have to follow when you're setting an ordinance. We have to follow certain timelines. So the public hearing date would need to be October 8th and we can set the time and place. So I would need a motion to set it for October 8th, and then 7 PM in the Town Hall Auditorium.
So,
And- Okay,
did
just.
you have more? I'm sorry.
I just wanted to let everybody know that that public hearing, what will happen there, every ordinance that we're going to amend, and some of these go back to 1985, so they really do need updating. But that public hearing is so that you can ask questions. There will be people there that are going to explain the amendments to the ordinances. So again, that's what the public hearing is for. And then after that, we'll come back and we'll need to set a meeting for a town meeting to vote on the ordinances. Okay?
Then I'll make a motion to set the public hearing on ordinances 76, 103, 111, 112, and establish a new ordinance 125 for October 8th at the town hall at 7 o'clock.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried to set the public hearing date for October 8th at 7 PM in the Town Hall Auditorium. So item number 4 is to consider an act on accepting the bid for the handicap doors. So we had gone out to bid. Our handicap doors are not ADA compliant, so we had gone out to bid for a project to have new handicap doors installed. So on Thursday, September 19th at 11 o'clock, we opened the sealed bids. Those present were myself, Kathy Kendrich, Kyle Collins, Ron Roberts, and Bill Solinsky Jr. of Automatic Door Systems. So when we did our pre-walkthrough, we actually had 5 companies attend the walkthrough. We only had 2 bids who submitted bids for that. So just let me get my information so I can share with you. So the bids that came in, so the bids that came in was Danielson Glass came in. And then, so we have Automatic Door Systems, they're from Wallingford, Connecticut. So their total contract amount was $52,610. Now that was equal to the specs that we had put out in the bid. And then they gave us another bid of $38,125. That is not the same quality that we had put in our bid project. So Danielson Glass came in and their bid was $36,395. So we would like to award the bid to Danielson Glass for $36,395. They were to all our specifications that went out in the RFP, the bid request.
And it's local.
Yeah. I'll make a motion to award the bid to Danielson Glass for $36,395. And that is for the handicap doors.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried to act and accept the bid and award the bid to Danielson Glass in the amount of $36,395. So item E is open forum. So at this time, if there's any questions or comments from the public, just state your name and address.
Sean Peterson, Plainfield. How many doors are getting changed?
So these front entrance doors here will be
Yeah.
fixed, and then the downstairs door as you come
On
into
this
the
end?
town court.
So will be inside and out, both sets of doors?
Inside and
So
outside,
there'll be 4 doors up here total?
yes. Yes.
Traveler, in the bid process for that, what is the warranty of workmanship? What is the lifetime expected for those doors?
So what I would have to do, Trav, is pull all that out. I do have the package. I can go through that and I can get you all that
That's
information. Okay. Are there any other? Yes.
Kevin Cunningham, 405 Moose Pond Road. I just want to follow up on a couple of things. During the last budget season, you asked to put in a full-time highway supervisor. Have you started to process that request?
Not at this time, no.
Okay. Do we have an idea of when you're gonna start?
Right now, we are more concerned with our WPCA because of the loss of one of our employees, so we're concentrating on that right now.
Okay. And I was happening to go through all of those line items, so I had a couple other questions that related to that. You have a newly hired it says part-time building inspector, but they're being paid $50,960. Is that really a part-time or is it full-time?
No, it is a part-time. They're part-time
And
hours.
that's what it's listed in the contract for that amount?
I believe so, yes, I can
Okay.
check on that for you also.
And I'm just trying to get clarification on something. You have a planning / economic developer, but all the monies that are allocated go into the planning. Why would that not have been split out?
So and you had asked this before
I just
when
wanna
we
make
put
sure
the
I
ad
understand.
out. So
Yeah.
when we hired our planning and development, it was for economic also. So the budget was just for planning and zoning, but it was for any other duties that were needed.
And I guess the only other question would be, why, on the last item you voted for bringing all of those ordinances to the town for a town meeting, why did it, just honestly, why did it take so long to get the whole thing? Because the first ones you voted on were January 22nd of 2018, so I was wondering what occurred where it took so long just to get it to go.
Well, working on the budget and getting into office, as you would know, as a new selectman coming in, there's a lot of other things that are top priority. So again, it's just making sure, sending them to the attorneys, make sure the wording and everything is correct in them.
Sean Peterson, can you tell me what the ordinances are?
Yes.
Just basic.
Yep, I sure can. Give me 1 second. So ordinance number 76, that's concerning the inspections on structures that contain more than one unit, so multiple units.
Okay.
112 is concerning building permits. So number 76 was last updated in 1985. Ordinance 103 is regarding the enterprise corridor zone that was updated in 2006. 111 is regulating construction of residential driveway approaches. That was 2006. And then, as everybody knows, we've talked about it numerous times, is new ordinance number 125. That is because the state has an unfunded mandated MS4, so you have to have a new ordinance for stormwater.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions? Comments? So if there are no other questions or comments, we will look for a motion to adjourn.
I'll move a motion to adjourn. I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried to adjourn the September 23rd Board of Selectmen meeting at 7:19 PM.